We're here at the Police Now headquarters today to celebrate some of the fantastic women that we have recruited into the police service via our national programmes. And they'll be sharing with us their experience in force and in community, specifically regarding supporting women and being role models in their communities.
I'm very much similar to you in the sense of just a passion to help people. So I studied psychology at university and a lot of my background was mental health. So I did a lot of community outreach work, supporting vulnerable adults with mental health. I was lucky to work in a deprived community because I really wanted to make a real difference.
Leadership is not just about being a manager or a senior officer, is it? It's about leading your team even as somebody on the same level.
Yeah. We're part of an initiative where Adidas Women's Running Club, their initiative is With Women We Run, and they've come to us expressing their concerns about women's safety when they're running because males constantly heckle at them. So we've come along, we're in plain clothes to tackle that behaviour whenever it's occurring.
I've come from domestic abuse and I was a DS there, so it's kind of dealing with high and medium risk victims of domestic abuse who generally are women. Sometimes it's just about accepting that they may not be ready to give evidence, they may not be ready to go to court. It's a really complex matter, but there's things that we can put in place. We can at least safeguard until that person's ready.
I've joined a women's only kickboxing club, so every Monday we'll go in plain clothes. It's key to build in those communities and those relationships with the females.
But we're part of, I think, a really good time to join policing as any diverse community or any minority within classic policing, because it's shifting. We are able to stand up and to challenge, and just people are getting on board with it. It's happening.
Just because things have been done a certain way for the last 10 years doesn't mean it's got to carry on that way.
The fact that we don't look like what the public perceive as the typical police officer, and then it makes you doubt when you know that you can do it because you put in the effort, or you put in 2 times the effort to be able to be the same as everyone else, but it's still that little niggle in the back of your head.
I think a lot of people think that it's about knocking doors down and fighting all the time, and that's actually such a small part of it, and you don't really need to be part of that area if you don't want to be, because there's plenty who do.
I'm currently working with Hampshire in the women's network that we have in force called Inspire, which helps female officers and staff with their career and well-being. And I'm also working with Police Now to set up a women's network for them as well, which is really exciting.
Having the diversity at the top, it'll just filter its way down, and then we'll be able to serve the community 10 times better than what we once were doing. But you can see that is happening at the moment. It just needs to keep progressing.
Seeing so many women in operational roles such as Operational Support Unit, which is similar to TSG, firearms, dogs, and when I see females in these roles I just think how amazing it is and so inspiring.